What's up, everybody? Dan here with a CGC unboxing video. Now, this one is going to be a little different than most of the ones that Sal and everyone does, because these ones that I have right here are CGC graded, but they are sketch covers that I have done. I met this guy, a really good guy named Nick, for Hit Parade at Baltimore Comic-Con. Showed him a lot of the sketch covers I had done. He picked up some of them there. The rest of them he wanted to get, but he wanted them graded. And he also commissioned me to do like 8 other covers that I'm about halfway through doing all those now. So this is the first batch of them that I sent off to CGC and just got back the other day. So I am going to do this unboxing video. I did already open it, just, for the sake of getting things moving along. But there are 3 books in here. Each one has a different grade. And since I am a registered artist with CGC, I get them with the Gold Signature Series label. So each one has a different grade. We'll start off with the lower graded one first, and we'll work our way up. And in the next couple days, these will be in the mail on the way to Nick, and I'll be sending the next batch off to CGC to get graded for him. So the first one we have up is Venom Separation Anxiety, issue number 1. Look at that. Not to sound too egotistical, but I do think I did a pretty good job on this cover. Of all the ones I've done, this is one of the ones I'm happier with. It is a story by David Michelini with art by Gerardo Sandoval, and signed and sketched by, if you can see that, by Dan Kelly. So the grade on this is 9.0. So unfortunately, this one, this is of all the sketch covers I've ever sent off to get done, this is the lowest grade I've gotten on one. The grader's note said it is because, as they put it, very small multiple foreign substances on the back cover, which this is what it is. I don't know if you'll be able to see them on here real well. Trying to angle it, but all over, a lot of space on the back. There's a lot of little black dots and some kind of crud on there. And, unfortunately, that happens with the sketch covers sometimes, just from having them down on the table and working on it and, constantly moving it around while I'm penciling it, while I'm inking it. Sometimes there does get to be some crud on the back of them. And I have a pretty good eraser that can usually get all of it off, but it can't get everything off. So in this case, there was stuff on there that it couldn't get off, so he got a 9.0. Not a terrible grade, still a 9, but ideally, you want something higher than that. So the next book is House of Slaughter number 1, story by James Tinian IV and Tate Bromwell, with art by Chris Sheehan and Werther Deladara. I'm sure I'm pronouncing that wrong. So, again, this is one I did the sketch cover for. You could check it out here. I thought it would be cool. I was like, well, what if the Punisher was part of the House of Slaughter? Yeah, I think he looks pretty cool with that mask on, with the skull there. Got a little bit of blood dripping from the knife there. And again, as you can see, sign and sketch by Dan Kelly. So this one came back at a 9.4. So better than the 9.0. The grader's notes on this said there is spine stress lines on the cover and a crunch on the bottom, on the right bottom of the front cover. Now I looked at it. I don't see a crunch on the bottom right here, so I don't know what they're talking about with that. And as far as the spine, I mean, it looks, there are a couple little minor things, but nothing bad. But again, that's kind of what happens when you're working with sketch covers, is you're moving around a lot. Like I said, penciling, inking, and then when you finish the pencils and you have to and you do the inks and you have to erase the pencils. You have a lot more going on with the book. It's moving around a lot more than you would with any other kind of book that you send away to get graded. But that's how it goes. And the last book we have is Power Girl, Issue 1, story by Leah Williams, art by Eduardo Panacea and Julio Ferreira. And there we go. You can check that out. And again, it is signed and sketched by yours truly, Dan Kelly. So this one, trying to keep the light from glaring on it. So this one came back at a 9.8. That's what you want to see. I'd say most of the sketch covers I send to get graded come back as a 9.8 one or 9.6. The 9.4, the 9.0, those are generally kind of aberrations, because I do try to take care of the books when I am sketching them. Again, it gets manhandled a lot as you're moving around drawing on it. There's not a lot to be done with that. I do try and take care so that I don't damage them at all. But yeah, so these are the three that I'll be sending to them: a Marvel, a Boom Studios, and a DC one. The first batch I sent, I wanted to make sure that it was a variety of different covers. So I'll be sending those off to them shortly in the next day or two, and be sending the next batch off to CGC. So thank you for watching this video. Make sure to check us out online at thecodexstation.com. Meet the team, get some merch. You know the deal. All links to all the socials on there. And you could check me out if you like my art. You could check me out on Instagram at dankellyart.com. Or I'm sorry, at just Dan Kelly Art on Instagram. And, I post all these on there, so you'll be able to see them on there as well as all the other stuff I'm working on. If you want to get a sketch cover or any other kind of commission for yourself, just feel free to send me a DM, and, and we'll talk and we'll get you set up. All right, well, that's it for me this time. I'll be back later when I get the next batch from CGC. And until then, I'll catch you by the spinner rack.
Hey coders, if you like that, give us a subscribe. And if you want more content like that, definitely check out the videos above. Hope you enjoy it. There's a lot for everyone.